It's beautiful, isn't it? Where we call home, the lives we've created here, the hope it instills within us. You see, it is you that makes the bay beautiful, and it is you that protects it. Without you, our home isn't safe, and our home needs saving. Without action, the effects of sea level rise and climate change put our communities at risk. That's why we must act now to protect the bay and build a better, more sustainable future for tomorrow. Here at the Golden Gate Strait, sea level rise enters and affects millions of people by endangering the bay shoreline developments. An initial reaction is to control the rising waters at the source, to create a channel lock that prevents the bay from catastrophic flooding. However, environmental concerns about impacting the natural flow of fresh and seawater makes this solution less feasible. An alternative solution could be the implementation of a living levee line, a seawall that follows the shoreline to help mitigate sea level rise, while also minimizing ecological disruption. The bay shoreline could be protected by a series of sloped levee walls at urban, suburban, and industrial areas. However, a great percentage of the bay's edges are undeveloped nature. Nearly 75% of the shoreline is marshland. At these areas, a living levee wall can be employed to mitigate the rising seawaters. Deliberate and localized strategies may afford solutions on the best way to combat the impending sea level rise and preserve our San Francisco Bay. Since the 1850s, over 75% of the bay's tidal wetlands have been lost. There used to be 190,000 acres of tidal marsh with 6,000 miles of channels and 8,000 acres of shallow pans. Now there are 40,000 acres of tidal marsh with about 1,000 miles of channels and 250 acres of pans. Only 16,000 acres of the historical marsh remain. Within the remains, 500 species of fish and wildlife make the baylands their home. 20 of these species are threatened or endangered with extinction. We must recreate these vital transition areas, tidelands and marshes, at a higher elevation by building levees, bringing sediment to them, and encouraging water, seeds, and wildlife to naturalize them. Here, a marina-enhanced levee creates a vibrant waterfront that defends against sea level rise, while also offering recreation and waterfront access. Here, a scenic boardwalk and ferry landing transform the levee into a resilient transportation hub, linking communities and activating the shoreline. This interpretive center invites exploration of climate, ecology, and culture, turning the levee into an accessible space for public education and environmental storytelling. A welcoming shoreline space for fishing, gathering, and recreation, blending everyday enjoyment with long-term protection for the surrounding community. This levee integrates green infrastructure, a public water feature, and mixed-use development, supporting climate adaptation, housing, and local investment.